other side of those clouds?
It's our enemy, Mechonis.
Our enemy.
Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition for the Nintendo Switch. Seldom do I play a game that I casually invest over 60 hours in. Like, I didn't even know what this game was. I didn't know a Monado. All I knew was that there was Smash characters. And, you know, I was upset at Power Mytha's inclusion. But I decided, hey, what the hell? Let's try to play this game and see how it is. And oh my god. Like, I can't even... If I wanted to explain to you why this is easily one of my favorite games of all time, I would be here for hours. Literally, some guy made a 4-hour critique of this game. And oh my god. But I honestly recommend buying this game. I think Target has a discount on it. But really, like, if there's one game I gotta recommend and tell you to play right now, it has to be Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Like, this story has ups and downs. It's, like, I can't even explain why this game is so good without spoiling it. You gotta go in and play it for yourself. So here's the top 5 of my favorite music tracks. I recommend playing this game before you watch this video, but if you want to get a little sneak peek into some really, like, one of the best parts about this game has to be its soundtrack. If you want to get a quick sneak peek into what you're getting ready to see before you play this game, this video is okay for you, but I honestly recommend you play the game before you watch this video. But without any further ado, let's get into number 5 of my top 5 musics. This song is called Time to Fight, and essentially, as you can tell by the gameplay on screen, it's when you encounter a variety of monsters along your journey. When you have an RPG like this, when you're gonna encounter a lot of monsters, there's gonna be a lot of those like mini fights throughout the game. You know, you're gonna need to have a theme that's pretty, I would say pretty solid, because if it was an annoying theme, you would want to avoid all the monsters as possible. But like, honestly, like, hearing this theme again and again, I never really got tired of hearing it, you know. Like, ironically, as you progress through the game, you hear less and less of it because you become a lot more familiar with how to beat certain monsters. Certain monsters have certain techniques that you need to use to defeat them better than others. So when you kind of like get to the end, you're only going to hear like the beginning part of it. But at the beginning, you really get to hear the entire soundtrack and the entire like piece of this OST. And it's a mixture of emotions. It's like, okay, I'm in a fight. And then it's like, okay, what do I do? It's like it has that discovery tone to it. And honestly, I just love this battle thing. This is a perfect example of how music can convey a specific moment in Xenoblade. For example, this theme plays oftentimes when you're fighting a really high level monster that you may encounter early in the game that you cannot beat. At the beginning, you hear the like, oh my god, this is really like intense. I don't know if I can beat this guy. But as it progresses, you get to a real confident part where towards the end you think, you know what? I've gotten this far, I can beat it. And really, like, this next part of the theme really conveys like the emotional feel of this game with its music. I had to let you hear that part because it's so emotional. Like, I feel like you can get into it. I mean, not now if you haven't played the game, but I recommend go playing the game. And as you can see, I actually get smacked up by this monster right here. So there's still challenging parts of this game. Like, this game is not easy whatsoever. But I feel like as you progress through the game, you get to hear more and more of this song, and it fills you with determination. Like, at beginning, you only hear, like, when you encounter this monster at, like, level 10, you're only going to hear the beginning part, which is very, like, oh my god, this is intense, I don't know if I can win. But, as, like I said, you come back, and then you hear more of this amazing thing. Now, this theme plays a lot. And by a lot, I mean a lot throughout the game. And I'm not even going to tell you under what scenarios this theme plays under. You know, if you listen to it, you could probably get an idea. But all I gotta say is that this theme is able to carry emotions despite being played multiple times. Like, you would think that hearing a theme multiple times throughout a game might make it annoying or seem repetitive, but this game has a way of using the same song again and again, but yet making you feel the same way you feel this first time you hear this theme. Like, the first time you hear this theme, like, oh my god, like, I can't even explain the circumstances. You just gotta play this game, and then when you first hear this theme, you're gonna be like, oh my god, I did not see that coming. Anyone who already played Xenoblade already knows what I'm talking about. But this theme is able to carry a bunch of weight. Like, there are certain scenarios where it doesn't carry that much weight, but then there are other scenarios where it carries a lot of weight. And Xenoblade, through its storytelling, is able to create scenarios using the same music, but yet have more emotion depending on the scenarios, simply based off of storytelling. And I just really think this theme attests to the masterpiece that is this game. And you gotta play it for yourself to really experience it. Now, I would sit here and let you listen to the entire thing, but I know a lot of my audience, or, well, people I'm gonna send this to, have not played this game, and I think that the only way to really do this theme justice is to literally tell you you will only fully understand this theme once you hear it throughout the game. This theme is repeated and it does have multiple themes carried with it, but the emotional weight that this music carries, like, legit, I can't tell you how many times I almost cried to hearing this song. But anyone who's played Xenoblade will know that this theme, really the only real way to truly understand and feel the emotion it carries is to play the game, like, period. Like, there's no other way to understand it. Like, you can watch playthroughs, but I feel like once you play the game, like, I feel like this is one of those games where you have to play. Watching playthroughs will not carry the same weight as actually playing it yourself. So I really recommend go playing this game, just so, like, once you hear this theme for the first time, maybe it'd be like the first, like, 2 hours into the game roughly, just trust me. Like, this theme is repeated a lot, but it literally, if I had to tell someone that, like, if I had to show someone, like, Xenoblade and why the music is so good, I would show them this theme, and I would have them play through the game, and then they would understand. But if I had to write an essay on Xenoblade and why music and its storytelling are perfect, I would have this theme play and then I could write a 20-page essay on why this theme is absolutely amazing and how it is like amazing for storytelling. But the only real way to truly understand it, you can listen to this theme, they put it in Smash, but the only true way to understand this theme is you gotta play this game for yourself, honestly. And I know I'm saying all this and it's only number 2, and you know, this is just my opinion. I love this theme, but there's one theme I like a little bit more. This is the one time in the video where I didn't put in an audio clip or the soundtrack of like the actual theme over the gameplay. This is just purely from the game. I didn't cut anything. This is just me recording the game on my Switch, and I feel like that's the best way to like show it to you. It doesn't need any more explanation. It shows you that it's an open area, the Gal are playing, and this is in your first like 2.5, maybe 3 hours in the game you get here. But keep in mind, I told you this game is like 60 hours long, so that's the real beginning of the game, and this helps demonstrate to you that there are going to be multiple areas where it's open and you can go and do multiple things. There's side quests. You don't always have to stick to the main story at times. There's times where you can go and do other side quests and develop other things like that. And this really shows you how massive this world is. It's not just one story, and I feel like throughout the game you're going to see how it's not just one story. And I can't go into details without getting into any spoilers, so I'm not going to explain that any further. But all I gotta say is I really recommend you play this game, and there's a few secrets in here that I haven't told you about that I really think you can experience for yourself when you play through this game. For example, you can see the big mechanical titan striking with its sword in the distance if you turn around, but I didn't play that here, mainly because I feel like that's something you should experience on yourself on your first gameplay. And they're large monster that you can see literally as soon as you enter this area, which I also didn't show you because you need to experience that for yourself. And so this is my favorite theme just because like it feels like it demonstrated to me what this game is going to be about, like, and I was just like, wow, I was blown away. And I genuinely love this theme. I listen to this theme so much. Out of all themes, I listen to this theme the most. Mainly because you can just take a stroll down the street and listen to this theme, you know. You could just if you're going for a jog, you can listen to this theme. And not only that, it changes with the day, and this low-key gave me kind of like Sonic Unleashed vibes. I don't know why. But I'll show you the night theme just because I like that theme equally as well. And yeah, that will be about it.
Nicely done!
As you can see, it still conveys an open world like theme, but yet a lot more quiet, and I just really love this game for being able to do that. Even though like what you're gonna see is that at night you might even see creatures just laying down sleeping. Like, it's just the amount of detail they put into this game is absolutely phenomenal, and I recommend you play this game for yourself just to fully experience this game. You know, there's a whole lot of music I haven't even put on here because I want to keep this relatively kind of like spoiler free. But yeah, go play this freaking game and experience this music for yourself. Love y'all.